This video will provide an overview of the design registration process in Australia, as well as the process of examination. Design registrations seek to protect the visual appearance of products. A design registration will provide 10 years of protection over the visual appearance of your product. Design registration can be drawn towards particular visual features of a product, such as shape, configuration, pattern, and ornamentation. The process of specifying particular visual features often requires the filing of a statement of newness and distinctiveness with your application. The inclusion of a statement of newness and distinctiveness can substantially alter the scope of your application. Before registering a design, there are a few things that must be considered. You must not publish your design before filing your application for registration. This is because, in order to be valid, your design must be new. Next, you will need accurate visual representations of your product. These can be drawings or photographs as long as they accurately reflect the most relevant commercial form of your design. Once your drawings are complete, you may submit them to IP Australia along with the other necessary documentation and start the application process. Once you have filed your application, IP Australia will file a formalities examination. This examination procedure is a minor check for things such as whether the designer's names are included on the application and whether the drawings are correctly fitted to the page. After the formalities examination, your application will proceed to registration. At this point, your design will be published on the Designs Register and listed as a registered design. This part of the process typically takes 3 to 4 months. In order to protect your design overseas, you will need to file separate applications in the countries of interest to you. These foreign applications must be filed within 6 months of filing the original Australian application. Once your design is registered, you may request examination. The examination process occurs after registration as the design is examined against prior art. The publication of the design upon registration allows third parties to dispute the originality of the design by filing documentary evidence during the examination process. Without registration, designs would not be able to be published in the public domain, and therefore the examination would not take into account any third-party objections prior to certification. During examination, IP Australia will look at your design to see if it meets 2 criteria. The first criteria is whether the design is new. Here they will consider whether the design has been seen anywhere else in the world before the filing date. The second criterion is whether the design is distinctive. The test for distinctiveness is subjective. What the examiner is looking for is whether your design is substantially similar in overall impression to any other design. If you do not meet the criteria once the examination is complete, your registration may be revoked. However, you will have the opportunity to respond to any objections issued by the examiner. Examination will include a search of prior art and checks against similar products and designs. If your design is found to be new and distinctive, you will receive a certificate of examination. You do not need to request certification of your design immediately. Examination can be requested at any time during the 10-year term of registration. In summary, there are 6 stages in the design process. Step 1. File your design with IP Australia. IP Australia will then perform a formalities check. Once the formalities check is successful, you may ask for your design to be registered. In order to receive legal exclusive rights over your design, you will need to make sure it is certified. Once your design is registered, you may then request examination. The design will be examined by IP Australia, and if it is found to be new and distinctive, the design will be certified. This was a brief summary of the design registration process in Australia. I hope you found it helpful and informative. Thank you for listening.